Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with legendary brother Zia Mirza, the powerlifter champion, European champion, Commonwealth champion. The list goes on and on and on and on. Just a few questions, brother Zia. Tell us about yourself. Where you come from, your childhood, little bit of a background. Just give us a bit of a flavour.
I was born in Pakistan, came to this country at the age of 10, raised, went to school.
Did you go to school in Pakistan at all?
I went to school in Pakistan as well for a bit.
Okay.
Came here at the age of 10, went to junior school for about 12 months, then we went to senior school with 6 brothers, a big family.
Right.
And my dad was a hard grafter.
Okay.
And we made the ends meet. My dad originally came to this country. He was in the World War II British Army.
Wow, so he
in
was
the British Army, and he was given one of these free passes to come over.
Right.
Which everybody offered him a lot of money back then.
Okay.
To give to him, but he said no. But which he did the right thing. Came here, worked as a grafter, labour in a factory, 7 days.
Here in Birmingham, or
here in Birmingham. Then called us over. And we've been here ever since 1967, and raised from the age of 10.
Okay.
And
so would you call yourself proper Brahmin then?
I am a proper British Pakistani.
Proper British Pakistani.
Absolutely.
You've got a lot of identities rolled into one.
Yes, absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about how you got into fitness and training. Who introduced you to it, or you were just keen to do it?
As a child, I saw 2 bodybuilder figures, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Blue Finger, on TV.
Okay.
And I used to really adore him and admire him. And being about 5'2" myself and about just under 70 kilo, I've never been good at anything else. Tried other things, but being small and short in height. And the only thing I think that worked for me was a bit of weight training. I started at a young age, from the age of 14 to onwards. Always did a bit here and there occasionally. But for the last 25, 30 years, I have been competing and training.
But you said the last 25, 30 years?
Yes, 25 to 30 years.
That we're talking about like 3 decades.
Yeah, 3 decades.
So you've been training for 3 decades.
Yeah.
So what kind of training you've been involved in? Well, you started with bodybuilding, powerlifting, or both? Or?
Bit of a mix of everything. Tried for a little bit, then stopped. Then you go back and you say to myself, look at the other side, say to myself, how come he eats curry, I eat curry, we both say shins, and he's different.
Belly, he hasn't.
And then we're different. And I came to a conclusion at the end that he was consistent.
Mm-hmm.
It's consistent. So for the last 30 odd years, my training has been consistent. Slow but sure has been consistent, and it has rewarded me really well.
That's very good. So when did you get into professional, like powerlifting, and when did you start competing?
I started competing for about last 15 to 20 years.
15, 20 years, okay.
I started with the IPF, which is the International Powerlifting Federation,
Okay.
hardcore drug testers.
Okay.
They will come and test you at work, home, and random testing any time of the day.
Basically, you're saying in the current climate, I mean, this probably is a big beacon of light. It's all clean sport, there is no cheating goes on, as far as you can tell, or experience yourself.
Unless you're testing, you can't say anything.
Okay.
If they say they're clean, you just have to take their word for it.
So what other association you're part of, or member of?
I did it for about 15 years, 15 to 18 years with the IPF. Then all the competitors that used to compete with me over the age of 40, eventually, but sadly, all worn out.
Right.
And I was a British champion for about 15 years, and a British champion.
Wow.
I won the European, I won the World.
Can you
Commonwealth.
give us a bit of a timeline? When we say Commonwealth, we're talking about 2011. Where was it? Was it here in Britain or the Commonwealth Games?
The Commonwealth was in Great Britain. I think it was 2011 or 2012, something like that.
Okay.
I can't remember quite clearly.
Was it here, Glasgow?
It was Wales.
Wales,
It was held in Wales. And a few times I've been to Luxembourg, I've been to Czech Republic, France, I've done the European.
And last year you were in Finland, where sun will never set, and it was kind of...
Last year we were in Finland doing the European Championship, which I won comfortably again. The year before that we did in England, Brighton.
Okay.
But this year I'm hoping to do it I was hoping to do the European and the World, but due to financial circumstances, I can't afford to do them both because I'm only a part-time worker.
I was going to come to that. So throughout your career, like 30 years, did anyone support you? Did you have support from the local community?
No.
Your employer?
I did a bit of a raffle ticking and went around and asked a few people here and there if they could financially help me.
Right.
And one of the lads did help me and took me to the shops, and it was really, really embarrassing.
Okay. How was it embarrassing?
Which is, it was like begging.
Right.
So in the future, I thought I'd rather struggle, do a bit of overtime, do extra work, and do it myself on my own back. And every penny, every penny you can travel, everything, all the expenses come to our own pockets.
That's very good. So that requires a lot of commitment and dedication.
It certainly does.
A lot of perseverance. It can't just happen overnight, I suppose. You've got to
Nothing
keep
happens
putting in the
overnight,
work.
but I started collecting 2-point coins when they came out.
Okay.
So after 12 months, when the competition came out, I went to the bank, cashed them in, and got my ATs.
Okay. So tell us about the different discipline of powerlifting. I suppose it's like body weight to the lift you do kind of ratio. So what body weight we're talking about, particularly in your case and the kind of lift you do? Let's say bench.
Bench, I'm a competitor under 70 kilos, which is 67.5 kilo class.
Right.
But I've never said that I could compete with anybody. But I'm an over 40 Master 1, Master 1,
okay.
Master 2, Master 3, now I'm a Master 4 class lifter.
Okay.
Over the age of 40, 50, 60, I'm willing to compete with anybody in the world over the age of 40. At the moment, I'm current world and European champion, European and British champion for the last 2 years. I'm hoping to do the European again this year, but due to financial circumstances, I'm going to give that a miss.
Okay.
Just to do the world in the Czech Republic.
Okay.
And hope to retain my chance. Well, hope to win the world championship.
Okay,
over 3 lifts, squat, bench, percent lifts, comfortably and easily.
Okay. So 3 disciplines we're talking about: squats, bench, and deadlift.
Yes.
And that underpins the powerlifting all over the world.
All over the world, yeah.
That defines powerlifting.
And it's a core, hardcore workout.
Okay.
I try to do loads of cardio and weight training. It's all done in my own time.
Okay. Okay.
But although I
suppose it's not just the body fitness, the mental fitness as well. To be mentally strong to carry on and on and on.
I do appreciate the place I work, a small well-being centre, where they do allow me to train with stress-free.
But nevertheless, you are self-motivated.
Yes, self-motivated, self-financed.
Self-financed, self-motivated.
Absolutely.
Very good. Okay, brothers, tell us a bit more about your family, your children. Has anyone else in your family taken up the sport or
Yes.
inspired by you? Or
Yes.
tell us first of all how many children you have.
I have 5 boys.
And how many of them have taken up the sport?
Most of them train,
right.
But 2 of them have taken up with me training. The oldest lad, Sohail, he also competes for Great Britain.
Okay.
And a GP member, GP, the Global Powerlifting Community.
Okay.
And the youngest lad.
And he's competed at the world level as well?
He has competed at the European Championship.
Any key achievements?
He has come back with a couple of medals on 2 occasions. Last day we both went to Finland where we both ended up with the medals, first and second places. And the year before that was 2015,
right.
Where we were competing in Great Britain, Brighton, again a European Championship. We did come back with the medals. Again this year, again financial circumstances. Again he's a married man.
Okay.
He's got his own children to look after as well. Again, as we said, due to family circumstances, financial circumstances, we both are hoping to do the World Championship in Czech Republic in September.
Okay, sure. And how about your other son? Is he into that? Is he training? Or
yeah,
he shown any potential?
Yeah, the third lad, he's a heavy lad.
Okay.
And he's hoping to be selected this year for the Czech Republic as well for the World Championship.
So do you think the area you come from, like particularly this area, the small area in Birmingham, do you think it's conducive for this kind of activity? Did you find sport within the community?
Yes.
Do people understand what you do, your achievement? Are they appreciative of it? Or they just dismiss it? I mean, I just want to know, when people learn about you, your achievement, are they...
The youngsters do, but the older generation doesn't.
They don't understand.
And they just lifting weights down because once you start weight, you're going to go fast again. But it's consistent training. But the younger generation, they do appreciate, they do look up to me and they go, wow, only wish we could do what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Me included, yeah.
And when I train my own boys,
Yeah.
a couple of them, two of them, especially two of them,
Mm-hmm.
we don't train as a father or son, we train as a team, we train as friends. We're a community. We don't train to
It's a good rapport.
Yeah, it's
good camaraderie.
We just train as friends, couples, friends, team, as a team, as a everyday thing. We have good conversation.
So it's all professional stuff. It's not when it comes to
laugh and
training.
joke.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even when we're in the house, we do talk about training and we talk about other things. We do have a laugh and joke as well. No, we're not one of them strict. Well, you're going to do this. You're going to do this.
Brilliant.
We get on. I get told off. You get told off. If something has to, if there's a time when I have to get told off, they tell me off. Stress free.
I suppose that makes it easy for
all
involved.
Yeah, communication and everything. We work as a family, as a team, as friends,
Brilliant.
as fathers,
Great
as
stuff.
fathers, sons as well.
Happy brother there. I understand you are a man of family. You're also a spiritual person. You're a religious man. You're a devout Muslim. Alhamdulillah. How does your faith help you to maintain this level of commitment, keep your training going, sustain that hard work, and keep at the level you are and you have been for the past several decades?
Faith does help me, and faith does play a big part. And one of the best exercises I find in training is my namaz. My prayers 5 times a day. It doesn't
That
make it harder.
discipline, structure.
Yeah, and it makes my life easier, and it keeps me disciplined. Once we were, I think if I'm correct, we were in we were competing in the European competitions in Luxembourg, and they were looking for me, and they couldn't find me. They said, "Come on, Zia, where is he? We got a competition coming up. We got to get to a certain place." And I was doing my prayers. When they found me, when we got to the competition, and after the competition, there was about 15 of us in the team, British team, and I was the smallest one, the largest one. And we were coming back on the airport, and I was the only one who came back with a medal.
Wow, mashallah.
And one of the lads who was in the team, who was basically, and he goes, who sometimes coaches me, Stan McCrow, he goes, "You know what's there? Next time, when we have a competition, I'll do my prayers with you next time."
Yeah.
That's
quite an inspirational story in its own right. That's very good.
And I was well pleased. Praying makes life easier. It's nothing hard. It's easy. It's simple, and it keeps you in discipline.
That's very good.
And my lads do their namaz as well on a regular basis. It's not that I discipline them. I tell them they do it off their own back.
Okay, that's very good. So tell us a bit more about your the biggest achievement in the world of powerlifting, and how much effort you reckon you put in to achieve what you achieved.
In powerlifting, as a beginner, every achievement is a big achievement. You appreciate every time you come home with a medal. When my kids were a little bit younger, and I used to come home and look forward to it, and they appreciate it. And in the past, one of the lads who took me everywhere when I didn't have a car in the beginning, his name is Mr. Jason. My colleague who works with me, and I'm really, really indebted to him. Over the past, he has really helped me a lot. Even during my training, he has helped me, and he coached me, and he still works with me.
Brilliant.
Jason,
and you get on well, I suppose.
We get on well, yeah. He has also embraced Islam. But he's a good lad overall, and he's married with kids. He likes his food.
Okay, yeah.
He has helped me a lot. I'm really indebted to him.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, right then. Thank you very much.
Okay.